Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I don't know how many machines I exploit today, so we are going to continue with this one. Is Toolbox is a Windows server, but contains inside a Docker running that allows you access the Docker image or the Docker binary, execute a Linux machine. So we are recognize a Windows machine, but go inside to the Docker container because the web is inside of this Docker. This machine, it seems easy, but if you don't use the automatic tools such SQL map, is more difficult because increase the level. The first one could be recognized the environment. For the access, we need to inject a remote command execution to a PostgreSQL using an SQL injection. So we need bypass from SQL injection attack to remote command execution and spawns a reversal. This is the key of the machine. And so let me show you how to do this. Okay, we are inside of streaming and we need to create a Toolbox folder. So inside of Toolbox folder we are going to create an script, nmap, exploit and data. So inside of nmap we are try to recognize the open ports and servers with my USR bin nmap tool sh script. So let me show you. You only need to put inside IP. Voila. Nmap tool, and the IP is this one. Is no, is 150. Yep. We need a stopper to review. So the first one could be go inside to the server, reviewing the HTTP connection, forum bar hack the box. So this is a ping 10 129 and 115 and 179. So the machine is alive. Sudo vim etc host. We need to remove this one, but okay, let me try it again. This is using a bar suite proxy settings, yeah, and auto detect for the network. So with HTTP and 10 yeah, this one. This is HTTP advanced HTTPS. So this is the HTTPS web page, site, connections, more information. So it showed you that this is admin megalogistic.com. So this is the same than say to you this one, open SSL client, yeah, at this port. This one, Yes. So HTTP risk assessment trace. So 192, 115, 9. Sorry. Yes. This one should be work too. 129, 158, 9. Yeah, this one. So this is the SSL certificate, and says you that the target is this one. So we can modify our sudo bin etc host such 10 190 29 115 179. Is this one or is this one? So at this point we can access to HTTP redirect you to HTTPS, and this is the admin panel. So this allows you execute don't save and SQL injection. For this reason I have connected this proxy with Barb Suite. So let me show you how it's work. The login, how can we bypass it? Let me check it and resend. So admin, we can inject here everything that you want and send it to repeater. Forward it, and the web page say login filed, but don't show you anything. So if we execute this one, say pg query query filed, you are executed, something like this. Select asterisk for where and username equal admin, and this is our injection. So we can perform something like user admin or 1 equal to 1. So final. Maybe we can encode the strings and respond perfect. So we can decode it, copy the injection and bypass the login. The password is don't needed. So the proxy intercepted, forward, and you are inside. But this administrator dashboard don't allow you do anything. You can't interact with this. It's an HTML. It's a PHP that shows you an HTML. You can't do nothing. So on the other side, in order to validate that this is an FTP, is this one 105 and 9. So we can go inside anonymous of the FTP, anonymous at domain.com. We are inside. So this binary we can get it, and it's a Docker image that execute in Windows. We can find information about it. Let me check it. Reverse shell. So default user and credentials. So authentication requires a Docker Toolbox. Yeah, client Docker info. This is a Docker Toolbox that allows you to execute a Docker machine inside of Windows. So Docker Toolbox .exec releases. This is the toolbox. This is the version, and say you installation documentation, Docker image, make os, make Windows. Yeah, this allows you to execute at Windows. This is the binary that we are downloaded. So readme map versions, Windows script, build Windows, deploy, release, build Windows. This is the file of the Docker file, the build file of the Docker file. So this continue download it. This is the admin panel that we are inside, but don't allow us do anything. So what we can do? Yes, add. Let me search here for hack tricks. At this point, the most easy way to proceed is use SQL map and execute a shell, but for OSCP this is prohibited. Postgres injection. We need perform the attack manually using, for example, this hacktricks web page that allows you perform an RSA at this version of Postgres using this kind of commands. So you need to create an extra table, a database, and execute commands on operative system using this one. So from our SQL injection, that is a repeater here, we can try to execute some operations, such as create the table. Let me drop table if exists. Let me execute this one. Yes. So Control U, execute it, and don't say anything. If we execute it again, don't say anything. It seems that all is right. We can undo this. No. Control Shift U. Control Shift U again. Yeah, like this. So at this point, we can continue creating yes, a table for execute it. Yeah, it seems that the table is created success because we don't have error, but we can execute again and found the error and say already exist. This is because previously we executed. So perfect. Undo this one, and right now we are going to copy this one to the injection. So at this moment we are executing a command inside of operating system. So we want to execute a command that allow us do something for perform a CD streaming and access to the target machine. So at for example scripts, we can mount an HTTP server at port 9090. So we need obtain if config our attacker IP, and my attacker IP is this one. So I can do curl HTTP this one, this IP at port 9090, and I can ask for whatever. So if this command work, should ask to my attacker IP about whatever file. So we only need to execute it, and yeah, whatever is trying to download for my attacker IP. So this is the repeater. Yeah, Ctrl U. At this point, we need create a reversal, for example, for the port 443 at my attacker machine, and inject an script to the target server. So cd, I'm inside of scripts, so I can create an script reverse sh. So this is a bin bash, let me bash. Here we can include this payload with my attacker IP is 1010. I don't remember more. If config, yeah, is 1010 40 14 sorry 14 83. The port could be 89. Yep. Yeah, 89. So what is the process? The process is that I listen here about this port. Sorry, the port should be 4043. Insert 4043. Yes. I listen here for 4043. Yes. We ask to this server about the script in order to obtain the reversal and execute it. So from the attacker machine we are going to do this one, curl about my attacker IP is 1483 at port of the Python server, and instead of whatever we are going to ask about reverse.sh. So this file exists, we need execute it with a bash. At this way, I'm going to obtain a reversal up to port 4043. Yeah, like this. Who am I? Kali. So we can exit here. Yeah, start to listen again and copy this payload. Put it inside of the SQL injection. So we are going to obtain a reversal from the attacker machine. Let me check it. Control U and send it. So we are inside. Who am I? Postgres ID, Postgres, and if config. This is a local Docker container inside of the Toolbox machine. The operative system is uname -a. Is a Linux that is stored inside of the Windows machine. So what we can do here? The first one is looking for the cd dot flag cd dot yeah, this is the user txt flag. Yeah. The second one is review the documentation of the Docker. Let me check it. The documentation of the Toolbox, Docker Toolbox, that has a default user and credentials. So let me see, where is it? Here. Yeah. So yes, installation. So where is it? So is this one from safely. Oh, let me proxy settings, auto detect. Yes, and go to the web page. So the default is Docker TC user and credentials. So is the hosted of the guest machine that we are inside. So the hosted server of this machine that has the IP .2 is the .1. So we can try to connect with SSH to user Docker the IP what happened here? I need to execute it again. Yes, if config. Let me see, if config. Yes, I can perform an SSH operation to Docker user at this IP that is the hostess, and permission denied. Try again. Oh yes. Say the terminal. We need a spawn TTI. Maybe we can use Python to Python spawn TTI. Let me check it. Because say pseudo terminal will not allocate because STD not a terminal. So we can do this, for example. Yes, and Python is not so Python 3 maybe. We need to spawn it. Yeah, and right now we can perform the SSH to the parent server. So and ask for the credentials, and the default credentials are this one. So yeah, we are inside. So who am I? I'm Docker user ID, but by the default documentation, this Docker machine can access to C users with root permissions, and can access to administrator, yes, and desktop, cat the root txt. So this is the flag, but we can do this one too. Let me ls la add this cd we can check this one, the buff RSA. This is the ID RSA for this user, so we can do this one. SSH administrator at localhost minus e ID RSA. So yes, I used to want primarily add it to localhost. So maybe I can do this from my attacker machine. HTTP server at port 1818. So I'm not sure about it if my attacker IP can connect with this machine. So how can I do this? If config this is the local IP, this is the etc 0, this is another address. So can I ping this one? Ping. No. This one. So ping. No. So again SSH docker at I don't remember. So if config so ssh docker add this one, so I need execute again Python 3 the terminal, copy this one, yes. So right now I can access with SSH to this file, yeah, using tc user. We can cp the c user administrator ssh id rsa here. Oh, cd to this folder. Can I go cd c users administrator and h, yeah. So let me cut this IDRSA. We can copy this one and maybe here. So beam ID RSA yeah, without a space, and theats mode 600 ID RSA. So we can sh user administrator to the target IP, initial target IP, that is what IP is. Let me check at hack the box. Is 10 129 150 179 minus e and ID RSA. So we say yes, and we are inside who am I, Toolbox administrator, who am I / all, and there are all the privileges, system info. This is the matching. So I think that is a beautiful matching, because you need to know and understand how it's work, the internal needs work, the containers and virtualization inside of Windows matching, because there is a Windows Server 2019 standard and contains the VMware 7.1. So this VMware contains the virtual machines of the others. This is all for this lab. I hope that you enjoy and learn a lot. Without automatic tools.